Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Seminoles will put total record to crank us up. And he'll bring it back. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Arizona State's offense takes the field to start this game off. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Got it in the middle, it's Henry. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Sun Devils moving quickly to the line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that, you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Unloads quickly. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive change.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing the rhythm and the cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in the situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in time.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Florida State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the deep? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hold and finds his man on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Off the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Townsend. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Sun Devils decide to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll go to the ground. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Right back to the well. At the 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays. Looking for blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Nice job by this defense stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain. Caught in the backfield, it's Henry. Bulldozes his way through. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down
defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
To the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Flips it out on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Power football with the run. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Hold on just a second. Personal flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. The defense just gives back its mini victory of forcing the field goal try with the roughing the kicker penalty, and now they'll have to come. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Dropping back, it's Tuggle. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Noles send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We move the football.
Oh, he's got some space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Stop behind the line, and that's pretty much going to offset the gain on the previous play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on
Touchdown, Arizona State! Quick strike through the air for the score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Rushes on him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And these are the mistakes backed up. You can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. Quarterback on the keeper. Didn't get much done on that line. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal to those situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here, and just be smart with the football.
And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the tailback. There he goes. Running through contact. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Hey, Listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attacked the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They'll run it to the right side. At the 35, he's open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Shabera. Caught near the sticks. It's Crispin. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Catch in the middle, it's Crispin. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold on.
They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man quickly. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. And here comes the field goal unit. Within a touchdown, 17-10 is the score. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia State escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Panthers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Bowl.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to go up top. Back open in the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you...
Turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it, and stopped the clock.
Second down.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. And as he throws, picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the catch. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on.
And the Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here after the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this first half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground game on the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense. Continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays thrown.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Breaks into the open. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Seminoles want to move quickly.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Seminoles have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to pass. It's Shabera. Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds the tight end. Got room on the return. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback is excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, he could not protect him well enough.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got it.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man to the left. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Shabera. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Crispin. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Austin.
Oh, he's got some space. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And the Seminoles are flying down the field. They'll give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. As the end of the quarter and Arizona State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man, it's Henry. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. They'll try the right side. Got the first down, looking for more. There he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Sun Devils will punt it away on fourth down. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Still running at the 40. Running on the Jets. Inside the touchdown, no. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
receiver, you can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Hunt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. If you're the defensive coordinator, no time to worry about bust. You have to sell out to get the ball back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Shabera. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long, and on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense can't.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He picks it up, still on his feet. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, in this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Under a minute to play, they can just take a knee and put this game on ice.
It's such a good feeling, the best feeling in the world. The best formation is victory formations.
Got some room after the goal line. Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point splits the uprights and the lead balloons to 15.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down 1 score, got to have it right now. Got his man in the middle. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time, breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He's got him this time. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buck.
Into the secondary on the right. What a play there. And he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. The Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Florida State.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.